Hi guys, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Friday and today we're looking at a gift box I received. I know usually we did gift boxes usually going into Christmas time or the holiday season, but I just wanted to share this one with you today. This was one I picked up a lot of years ago. I forget where I got it from. I think one of my children gave it to me. Called the Blues Box. 5 CD set. I mean, real bonus. A lot of material in here, some great artists, and the unfortunate part about some of these box sets, and this was one of them, was there was not a lot of information came with it. Now, this also was released on a label I wasn't recognizing. Find it on the back here. It's on Direct Source Special Products. Not a label that I'm really recognizing, so I'm thinking it's been specially put together. Might have been kind of like a discount bin find. Certainly a more economical way to get some of this music. 5 different discs, and they are entitled The Blues As It Was, Blues for the Road, Like It Is, All Night Long, and Blues in the Rain. Compilation of a lot of different artists. I'll give you a couple of ideas here. We've got some real classic blues players on here, and like I say, you may not be able to pick up these discs everywhere, but certainly you can check out some of the artists we mentioned. Let's take a look at Blues As It Was. Preaching the Blues by Sondhaus. We've got Standing Around Crying with Muddy Waters, and we've talked about Muddy Waters before. I think we talked about Muddy Waters London sessions. C.C. Ryder with Ray Charles. Now Ray Charles, again, we've covered some of his albums, but these are the more bluesy rated tunes. We got Barbecue Blues with Magic Sam, Wang Dang Doodle, Howlin' Wolf. We talked about Howlin' Wolf as well quite a while ago. Lightning Hopkins doing Wonder Why, Howlin' Wolf back with Highway 49. Nina Simone, Gin House Blues, and Born with the Blues with Memphis Slim. And wrapping up, first disc, My Home is in the Delta, Otis Spann. Not familiar with Otis. That's going to be one we'll go back now and check out a little more about because I did enjoy the album. Blues for the Road, the second disc. Lightning Hopkins in here with Your Own Fault, Baby to Treat Me the Way You Do. We got Magic Sam back again with Gangster Blues, Muddy Waters. You're going to Need My Help. Etta James in here with Respect Yourself. Etta James back again with Drowning in My Own Tears. Sondhaus makes a return with True Friend Is Hard to Find. Memphis Slim, Lonesome in My Bedroom. Jimmy Reed, first time on here, I Was So Young. And Big Joe Williams, Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out. Now, another classic version of that, check out Eric Clapton's Unplugged. He does an excellent version of that as well. So a lot of this stuff, and you know some of the names I mentioned, like Muddy Waters and that, if you think back to the Howlin' Wolf sessions that we had in London, I mean, Clapton, Keith Richards, all these guys were really into what people like Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf were doing. So a lot of it really influenced the later years of rock. Here's another one, Blues Like It Is. This one featured Etta James on I'd Rather Go Blind, Buddy Guy and Junior Wells. Yes, we talked about Buddy Guy a while ago too. He was actually supposed to play our jazz festival in Ottawa this summer, but because of illness couldn't make it, so didn't get a chance to see him, although I have seen him live before. Excellent performer, great show. We got Lightning Hopkins with Trouble Blues. Jimmy Reed's back with Shame, Shame, Shame. Memphis Slim, Just Landed in Your Town. Otis Spann back again, This Is the Blues. And Mississippi John Hurt, another very familiar name there with Solid Dog. Sondhaus back with New York Central. Otis Spann, another one, it must have been the Devil. And Buddy Guy, Junior Wells returning with Blue Monday. 5 CDs, there's a pile of material on here, guys. Again, I'm not going to go through the tunes. I'll just give you some idea who's on this one. We got Ray Charles, Howlin' Wolf, Memphis Slim, John Lee Hooker doing Crawling King Snake. Another great John Lee Hooker tune. I think it's on the other album here is Boom, Boom, Boom. Great song. I think Van Morrison, I can remember hearing him play it. Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child by Lena Horne. Don't know Lena Horne's version. The version I think of right off when I hear that song is from Woodstock with Richie Havens. That was surprising. With names we had at Woodstock, I mean, we had Joe Cocker, we had The Who, we had Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Jefferson Airplane, The Grateful Dead, Sly and the Family Stone. I mean, all of these big names. I have a friend that I had recently, a few years ago, found out he'd gone to Woodstock. And I said to him, well, who did you enjoy most out of what you heard? Because, I mean, we really didn't see much at Woodstock when you saw the crowds there. He said, you know the one I like best? It was Richie Havens. I thought, gee, I never even heard of Richie Havens. And all of these big names, and Richie Havens, who he singled out as what he liked most of what he heard there. So, I mean, great artist, maybe a little underrated, maybe a little unknown. But again, when I saw this tune about the Lena Horne one, Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child, check out Richie Havens on Woodstock. That was just a great version, and it was a great performance. Lightning Hopkins back, Mississippi John Hurt. We've got, on my last one, Blues in the Rain. Now this one was one I was debating on using with our jazz show because it seems to be a lot of jazz-related singers. And we're looking at a lot of females on here, man. We've got Nina Simone, Lena Horne, Ella Fitzgerald doing a little bit later on. Lena Horne back with Frankie and Johnny. Billie Holiday, Old Lady Day, right? One of the great jazz singers. She's got two offerings on here. They Can't Take That Away From Me and Billie's Blues. Etta James, Drowning My Own Tears, and another Ella Fitzgerald's Starlit Hour. So a lot of great jazz vocalists performing on this one. I mean, it's a great way to get a good cross-section of different performers and a way to discover some people that you might want to look a little closer into their music. These box sets are just excellent for that. I like to call them samplers, to give you an idea of what these different artists are doing, and maybe one of them clicks with you. This was a fun box. And again, when they're packaged like this, a lot of them aren't really expensive. Now, when we're talking online or streaming, I don't know if you're going to be able to find something like this, but certainly some of the names may be familiar, and go back and check them out. A lot of these guys had a lot of influence on rock and roll we've come to know in the later years. And there's just some great performances in here as well. So that's it for today. Looking at a box set. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of information other than just the names of the performers. These boxes aren't put together that way. They're more put together just to get the music out. But it was a great set of music. Exposed me to a lot of great performers that I've kind of followed along in later years. And it was just maybe a fun way to kick off the weekend again. Explore some new music. Okay, Friday, wrapping it up. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Until then, everybody take care. Stay safe. See you Monday.